Oh, that looks disgusting, guys. What a horrible sight. Yesterday was a bloodbath. Today, are we going to get even more? We're into a new week. What are we expecting going into the new week? Because it's all about Bitcoin, and Bitcoin dropped again yesterday to 80,000. So is 80,000 going to be the final capitulation? Because we all know what happens when Bitcoin drops, altcoin drops harder. So what do you expect for Bitcoin going into this week? Because there's one key Fibonacci level that nobody is talking about that Bitcoin's currently respecting. Looks like we've got no support, right? Watch this. Right, so I have got up early this morning for you guys. Currently trading at 82,000. So we've had a little bit of a bounce at 80,000. And we can't see any kind of support here. This is what I want to talk to you about, guys. Are we at support? Are we at resistance? Because when there's no build up of price action at these levels, then you expect a volatile move to the downside. Why is 80,000 held, guys? When you look at the chart, why is 80,000 held? So before we look at this Fibonacci number, before we look at this magic Fibonacci number that Bitcoin respects, that not many others respect, let's have a look at what needs to happen going into this week. So we need a dominance drop. We need Bitcoin dominance to drop. Now, if Bitcoin was going to run hard, or if Bitcoin was going to drop and the altcoins were going to drop harder, should I say, this would happen. You would get a big spike. You would get a big spike to the upside in dominance. We're not getting that. We haven't broke the previous high. So that's showing strength as far as the rotation of capital from Bitcoin to altcoins is concerned. Is there going to be an alt season, guys? Is there going to be an alt season? People are saying alt season's cancelled. We haven't had a break. We haven't had a close of total 3. We've had a capitulation. We've had some nasty downside, and we've got a lot of weak hands that have been shaken out. We've got a lot of leverage that's been shaken out. So how weak is the dollar? How strong is the dollar? Now, this is the DXY. We've measured this move. This is the weekly chart, guys. So this is going into the next week. So last week, we got the big move to the downside. What do you expect this week? What you expect this week is a retracement of around 50% of the previous weekly candle. What would that end up as, guys? This rejection point here. This was rejection on the DXY. This was rejection on the DXY. Guess what? This is going to be the next rejection point. That's going to be the next resistance point. That's going to be 105. Where's the next target? All the way down here at 100. What happens when the DXY goes to 100? Altcoins absolutely fly. USDT dominance pulls back. The stars align even more. So that's what needs to happen going into next week. Why are we holding 80,000? Why doesn't it look like support? So this is what I was looking at, guys. I just want to show you, and I want to follow along with this. What we're going to do is we're going to change our fib numbers this time because we know what the important fib numbers are. I tell you all the time. Okay, we've got the right one. And all we're going to do is just going to bring up our fib retracement tool. Now, remember, the fib retracement tool is made up of all these different Fibonacci numbers. So you've got your 236, you've got your 382, you've got your 618, your 786, and these identify the strength of a trend for us. What we're actually going to do is we're going to get rid of all of these, the 236, the 786, the 382, the 618, and the one-to-one equal measured move. Right, we're going to add in the 0.5. Now, the 0.5 isn't actually a Fibonacci number, guys. It's a 50% retracement number. 786, that's a fib number. 618, that's a fib number. 0.5 is not a fib number. 0.5 is very rarely something that's respected, but I just want to show you on Bitcoin what I found. So going all the way back to the start of the bull run, you've got a 0.5 retracement here and sat at 20,000, just over 20,000. So it come back, it respected the 0.5. What we're going to do is just going to move up. We're going to move up and see how often that Bitcoin respects the 0.5. So you can move up and you can see we've come back down 0.5, tested it, double bottomed at the 0.5. Right, okay, so this is looking strong. So we're going to look for some bigger swings now and see if it comes back and see if it retests the 0.5 and holds the 0.5. You can see, guys, there's the big swing. There's the pullback. Look at this big candle here. We'll just focus on this. Kiss the 0.5. Kiss the 0.5 on Bitcoin. So we know that the 0.5 is respected on Bitcoin. Then what we can do is you can just pull it up here. And you can see, guys, look, the 0.5 is something that is respected on Bitcoin. The 0.5 is something that doesn't usually hold as a strong Fibonacci number on many charts, but the 0.5 is actually being respected from the start of the bull run, from the start of Bitcoin's bull run this cycle, all the way up to now. So this 0.5 area, guys, 79,812. We broke down, we got a big buy-up candle, we've come back down, tested it as support, we've opened the day, opened the week even. We've opened the week and it's looking strong. If you look at that on the daily, guys, you can see that we're pulling back up. But this is going to be the key resistance to overcome in the short term, 86,386. So make sure you've got your don't panic pens on, guys. Make sure that you keep a cool head. Make sure when you get that capitulation to the downside, you're not one of those weak hands. So if you did find this video useful, jump into the Discord group, completely free. That's where we all chat about things. Take care of yourself and enjoy the week ahead.